the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now the officials are in place and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring and they are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Turning Stone Resort Casino, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, from Long Island, New York, USA, the challenger, former WBC International Heavyweight Champion, Joe Smith Jr. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Dominguez Badai from St. Petersburg, Russia, the reigning and defending undefeated WBA Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Dmitry Bivol.
Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, bang at the bell. God bless.
Fighter with a world title belt and the amateur pedigree to back it up. And can he close the talent gap?
Dmitry Bivol has faced some good fighters, and he has never faced someone with the power of a Joe Smith.
Knocked him down twice, stopped him in round one. That was in June of 20. Legendary Bernard Hopkins, when Bernard was in his 50s, but that was B-Hop's last fight.
It was a sad way for a legend to go, but that's how legends die hard. And how about that entrance by Joe Smith Jr.? I got the chills him coming out to vibe.
The chant is up here. We're in Verona, New York. Not too far away from the international.
Foot pressure, body pressure, but so far Bivol's handling nicely.
It's people that Bivol, is obviously outstanding, but that he's
a really good fighter. And I thought he was all puncher, but like he told us, I actually like using my feet. I like feinting. I like look.
His promoter called him a priority. It's not just lip service. Saying defense is important. No. He's a good jab again by Bivol. And another.
That's what Smith told us. We asked him, what's the key to this fight? He goes, it's a smart thing, because I hate when fighters punch in between. They know they can't compete with your speed.
So just trying to paw up the jab and get close enough to land a hard right hand.
Punch out, punch out.
Body a lot, so Smith can be aware of that as he tries to go inside.
Bivol fairly effective with that jab, and there with a short hook. Good body shot there by Bivol, and he tries. Whoa, what an unbelievable, skillful fighter. One of the best defense. Round two here, WBA title fight, 175 pounds, with the white trunks with the stars and the sleeve. Sergio, your thoughts on Smith in round one?
It was uncomfortable, but Bivol passed the test. He looked for the right shots. He doesn't.
Telltale sign is the jab. You see, Smith is throwing the jab.
It's not power jab.
You're right. It's not a feather duster. Hit. Was trying to get him a fight with a big name. They thought they had Artur Beterbiev locked up Johnson. Saw Johnson bounce back with a win here earlier. But
it's Artur Beterbiev. That fight initially was earmarked for HBO. We're back into
Smith underneath his left shoulder. So trying to come in defensively sound. Pick up that space and get in the pocket. Finding his range. Smith was regrouping there for a moment. Bivol sensed it and moved in. Tried to take that little break. Let me regroup. Bivol said, oh, no. You're not breathing. I'm coming at you. And a nice combination. The champ with a classy combo straight ahead with the jab in the right hand. And now backs out of danger.
Obviously, they bothered Smith because there was a discouraged look in that round.
Sergio, here's Joe, needs something specific. Give him something he can work with.
You want to try to hit with Bivol, because Bivol, he has good feet. He steps back nice.
Coming out with a lot of pressure, and now looks like he's trying to suck back up.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter, and if he didn't break that jaw in that second round, he'd give him a great chance to finish.
He said, look, I know he has a lot of power. He said, I've sparred with a lot of guys. He said, look, I know Smith's going to come in here and try to make a fight for his people.
Trying to set something up upstairs. Very smart on Bivol's part.
Bivol, you do want to make an impression. Win rounds, be responsible, and looks like he is dictating
things systematically. He's breaking them down, trying to discourage a power.
He is applying a lot of pressure to Sergio. It's almost sneaky power, but he's not.
A very smart fighter. As you can see, he hates being against the ropes. He wants to keep the fight in the center of the ring.
When we say amateur pedigree, we say the guy's got nearly 300 amateur fights. Let's go to LZ here. Gap in skill.
Yeah, we asked Bivol, very strong. I'll break him down.
He's willing to take his time. And pick anybody stand out to you specifically?
I think better Bivol. His performance showed courage. Devastating puncher as well. I think the light heavy, they're all scary.
Chance up for Joe Smith now. And it is wider than I even thought. 46-7.
Missed with the left hook.
Smith coming in. Smith knows if I get my man hurt, that's the time. You might only get one chance. He's able to move. He was able to clutch just for a moment. And now he fires back.
No measuring.
Straight up the middle comes Bivol.
Bivol told us that he loves feinting. He loves using his legs. Right now, I see smart ring generalship on Bivol's part.
Yeah, so many subtle things. I'm glad you pointed.
Such a big puncher is really good with his feet like that and economical with his power.
Southpaw for a second. Trying the hook off southpaw.
Strategy in this fight, he just can't get that jab through. Dmitry Bivol's defense is excellent.
Trying to solve a puzzle from a guy who is fundamentally sound. High ring IQ. To his credit, when he thought he had his man hurt, went after him with everything, really flush.
Bivol's reaction is how I knew he caught his attention.
Round 5, so certainly landed the best shot. Chris, did he even win that round?
I don't think he won that.
With a good hard shot.
Watch the break. Watch that elbow.
And Bivol certainly wasn't that close.
But it's going to work with an educated boxer like Bivol. He should try to set that up.
He was able to land a right hand just a few seconds ago. Joe Smith takes a deep breath, tries to wade in. Just another thing he does well.
And look at his face. He's like a poker face. It never changes expression. Just an excellent fighter, a dangerous fighter.
A hard hook from Bivol. Broken twice, but he's got a good jaw. He's got a...
Dmitry Bivol.
Smith trying to come in, left shoulder first, keep his right hand. A loaded weapon, looking for that. And Bivol is supremely confident. Able to get out of danger. Smith is...
Every punch is he tries to land economical on his part.
Doubles up on the jab and he hits him with that second.
Moves, the size of the ring matters. It's a pretty big ring, 20 by 20.
But Bivol, he told us in the fighter meetings, I love foot feigning, I love defense, I like being a puncher.
You told me in the fighter meetings that you did, that your nickname was Latino Tyson.
Final seconds, Smith trying with everything he has.
Get changed, get ready to fight.
I love that. You know, Sergio's your main event guy, but you're out saying, Bivol's out
too, because it gives your young fighters confidence. You know, a star, a legend is watching you flipper.
It is very wet in the corner. See Gary Rosado. Something. I'm going to use some energy here. He's trying.
You have to be in great
Junior, but 80-60. You know, throwing over 100 more.
A lot of punches. You don't know. Punch stat numbers like that I really don't like because you're throwing punching and you're blocking them. They're not landing.
Well, you use it if it's in. As he had his moment, definitely caught him flush with that right hand. Bivol.
Better punches, of course. Joe Smith lands the harder punches, but precise.
Go to New York. Going to be a fun summer this year. Donald.
I'm glad to hear that Donald Curry's being accepted, the Cobra, 2-division champion.
Okay.
Good fighter.
Okay, so the Hall of Fame every year inducts 3 people no matter what.
The top fighters, if Donald Curry belongs in the Hall of Fame, they'll say yes.
Maybe he's a peak Hall of Famer. He's #1 pound for pound.
Put his head down.
Before he lost to Lloyd Hunnigan. Welterweight.
I'd like to see if he can go out there and put somebody away, but I'm anxious, Brian, to see Tevin.
Be difficult to handle. Round 7 here. Dmitry Bivol with an outstanding performance, and Joe Smith a level below, doing everything he can to try to close that gap.
Like I said earlier, Joe Smith, we know what he is. He's a blue-collar, 9-to-5 grind, tough as nails.
Network, talking Hall of Fame. All right, we'll do it. Wouldn't have to be.
There are some years too, Brian.
Hard jab. Smith has never been down. He looks hurt. That hook didn't quite land. That one did. Bivol now picks up the pace.
And Smith still looking with a big shot. That's what makes him dangerous.
Oh, he ate a right hand coming in.
Yes, he was. And Bivol just spinned out of there and didn't back up all the way to the other side with the ring, the space, the punch selection. Very impressed with Dmitry.
Great.
Behind the head. Break! Get back.
30 seconds here, round 7. By the way, we asked Bivol, you know, he's like, look, they've all got something going.
No punch, let him go.
And he's a very respectful champ.
Oh, you got 10.
There is talk of 160. That he could go down. He said he could go down. He doesn't go down easy.
Now, Bivol is
The night here in upstate New York. Dmitry Bivol can get down to 168 and fight Callum Smith and get a guy again who has a champion.
Absolutely, and we saw him at the fighter meetings yesterday, and he believes he can comfortably make 168.
But they think that Marcus Brown is on. You want to see Bivol tested again by world.
will be an interesting matchup. I would like to see that.
Not quitting. You know that. Tries with the right hand. Smith tries with the uppercut.
Push him down. Break! Off his head.
Both of them. So Bivol's maybe taking this round off, and Joe Smith.
Oh, another hard shot. Jab and throw a hard short hook and bounce it right off Smith.
It landed in the last round.
Now power shots from Bivol, backing Smith up. Final 30 seconds.
10 seconds. Look for the bell.
Another outstanding round for the champ. I don't know how this guy's still standing. You're really doing beautiful stuff.
You know, the many things to be impressed with.
So, and this seems to be right at the crux. Plenty of will, but it's not his night. Not against this guy.
Bivol, because look, when he fought Chilemba, KG, veteran. When he fought a foreman who knows how to survive and can punch. Now he's fighting the definite.
Wow, meant to do that. You know, he didn't have to do that.
Again, I'm taking a point off. You understand that? Come here. Give me the glove. Let's keep it clean. I'm taking a point next time. Ready?
That was dirty, but that you can say, hey, look, that's it.
Break!
Can't do that. Pure front.
You're pro body slam?
No, I'm not.
Can't do that. Clearly. Hard hook from Bivol. Smith. I like that Bivol will occasionally. He has different velocity on his punches.
After the Pascal fight, after the Chilemba fight, those are two fights I thought he could have stepped on the gas.
As he tries to throw out a long jab, hoping. And the moment he stops punching, Bivol picks it up.
Fully there.
I think that was instinct. The tough guy came out of him, then he realized I'm in a
Barak earlier. I like that they were respectful on the press tour. You don't have to trash talk.
a guy you can't touch because Bivol does have fast feet. He knows how to back up. We know ring, but the space, like right there. Look, Joe Smith came up short with 3 punches, 2 jabs, and all.
Jab from Bivol there, landed flush on the chin, and again on Smith. First shot at a world title belt for Joe Smith. So this is his shot at the title, but this is what it's like when you find it.
It's a miss. So when they finally do miss like they do there, they get discouraged, frustrated. They don't know.
That is hard. Again, we haven't seen Smith fly out of the ring yet because
Defense, Sergio. There are some guys that fight and they can avoid
Steps back far enough to counter, like not far enough to where he's away and just like a punch. That's what makes him dangerous.
Ball dancing now, trying to stay out of harm's way. Smith doing everything he can. As I mentioned, Bivol.
Good shot there. That might have hurt Bivol right there. That was
Bivol is at the bell. Wow. Bivol was shook. So just as we're singing his praises and say, look, he has real success. So it's round 11, and he is
Junior. This is his opportunity. Jump right back on him.
where your poker face comes to the fore, Sergio, right? But it's because he was shook as he went to it.
He said he likes to do, because he's going to need it in this round.
With the hook. If he has that power, it's usually early. This is also his first time past 10 rounds, but he is the aggressor, there's no question.
Stairs, but move your way in with a power jab.
Yeah, now he's trying for that one shot, and it's right there with a jab in the right hand. The crowd is back into it. Can he pull it out of nowhere? Bivol is slightly different. He is still poised, and you see there, beautiful work by follow up.
That's the thing about fighting devastating punchers. They always have that puncher chance.
I mean, I'm not saying you're not. I'm saying we have to. He's fighting all 3 minutes, down to the last second that was. 5 seconds now. Right hand by Smith, partially blocked. But anytime that can lead to something else.
No, even if they're partially blocked, after you've been hurt like that.
Trying a little something different. Now you see the blood trickling down the face of Joe Smith.
He's been waiting for years for this title shot, his whole career for this title shot. He'd all out in that 12th round.
And the fact that he's back in the 11th is remarkable. 12th and final round. World title fight at light heavyweight has been terrific, but he was definitely hurt, and he is. By the way, good translation in the corner. That's what was said.
I guess the F word doesn't.
Title. He's got 2 minutes. Bivol. Wild right hand.
Stop. Come on.
There, so he can land the hammer.
This is too quiet of a round if I was Joe Smith Jr.
Answered with a lot of hard shots to drive Smith back. Bivol is standing right in front of him and lands a hard right hand.
Great counter shot. Number one is in the 175-pound division, but there's nobody more skilled.
But his legs aren't really under him with that second right counter that Bivol landed.
Out of time.
10 seconds.
He really burns a lot of gas in the 11th, and now Bivol has him hurt. Smith has never been down. Bivol on the attack, but it's over. Wow, what a way to finish. That's a statement.
Those 2 right hand counters earlier was what caught his attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards, and before we do, a round of applause for 2 fighters that both had the will to win in this ring here tonight. Don Trella scores at 118 to 110. Glenn Feldman and Tom Schreck both score it 119 to 109 to the winner by unanimous decision, still undefeated and still the WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Dmitry Bivol.
Those are good judges. They did a good job.